We've talked about color, which appeals mostly to emotion and branding. Now we are going to look at something that feels more technical at first, but it's actually human. I'm talking about typography. Typography is the design of text, and text is everywhere. Social posts, reports, websites, presentations, invitations, ads, flyers, banners. Almost every piece of visual communication involves words. But typography doesn't just show words, it also shows voice. If color communicates mood, typography communicates personality and tone. Let's break typography into key ideas that help you design better instantly, starting with font categories. The first thing is to understand that fonts have different families or categories. These categories actually carry meaning. There are three major group beginners you should know. The first is serif fonts. These have small decorative strokes at the end of the letters. They feel classic, traditional, serious, or elegant. Think newspapers, books, universities, or high-end brands. Sans serif fonts, on the other hand, are clean, simple, modern, with no decorative stroke. They feel friendly, minimalist, approachable, or professional. Most modern tech brands use sans serif fonts today. The third group we'll talk about is display or decorative fonts, which are creative, expressive. They carry strong personality but are best used in small amounts, in headlines, logo, or accents. Now, here is the mistake several beginners make. They choose display fonts for everything because they look cool. But cool is not always readable. Typography must always balance style with clarity. Next is font pairing. Great design rarely uses just one font. When done well, designers usually combine two fonts, one for headlines, which is attention, and one for body text, which is serving the purpose of information. This creates hierarchy, which we already talked about earlier. One of the advantages of Canva is that it gives you ready-made font pairings that already work together. You don't need to guess, and you don't need to be afraid of making the wrong choice. Next time you scroll through Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok, look at how often creators use this formula. One big expressive headline font paired with a clean sans serif text beneath it. That is typography doing its job. Next is hierarchy and readability. Typography also controls how we read. It guides the eye to go from headline to subheadline to body text and to caption. If everything looks the same, nothing stands out. Hierarchy ensures the message has flow. But hierarchy is nothing without readability. If people have to work too hard to read something, they won't. Readability depends on font choice, size, spacing, and contrast against the background, in addition to the line length. Even beautiful fonts fall if they sit on poor contrast. Let me give you an example. If you pair light gray text on a white background, it might look aesthetic, but it is terrible for reading. Now let's talk about typography as tone. Fonts can change the tone of a message instantly. Let's try a quick thought experiment. Imagine the word sale written in a soft cursive script. That feels wrong, right? But imagine the same word in bold block letters. Completely different tone. Typography shifts meaning without changing the words. In communication, especially business, marketing, and content creation, that matters a lot. Now let's talk about typography plus branding. Just like color, typography is a branding tool. Apple uses a specific typography style. Nike uses another. Netflix uses another. Every major brand has a typography identity that repeats across packaging, ads, interfaces, and presentations. Inside Canva, you can lock in your fonts using brand kits, so your social posts, thumbnails, and templates all speak with the same voice. Consistency builds trust, and typography plays a big role in that. Another key idea is the confidence of simplicity. One of the signs of a professional is using fewer fonts, but using them intentionally. Most strong visual identities rely on two fonts, two weights, clear hierarchy, and confident spacing. Typography is where restraints becomes power. Now, take 5 seconds and think about the last piece of visual content you saw. Is it a thumbnail, a banner, a flyer, or a social post? Now ask yourself, did the typography help guide my eye? Did it match the tone of the message? Was it readable? This awareness is the beginning of good design. In this video, you've learned how typography communicates voice and hierarchy, and how Canva helps you avoid common mistakes with font pairing and brand consistency. In the next and final video of this module, we'll look at visual storytelling, how design communicates meaning, emotion, and action even before people read or think.